Hello, it's Eric Pauley at erpley.com, ERPOLEY.com. That's the website where I do my freelance business. You can contact me there. Uh, Today I will be finishing up an animation that I have started with the character Bonehead. So let's hop into that and do some 2D animation. Ding, ding, indeed, sir. Ding, indeed. Tablet. Pen. Should I be over here? Let's see. A screen? That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. There we are! That's the one that gets the bacon. Let's get a recap of what we have done already. This is for me more than it's for you because I quite honestly cannot remember. Play.
Hello, my name is Bonehead from the Bonehead cartoon by Eric Pauley.
Appears.
Is that it?
Need to animate his
Oh,
head,
right.
arms,
Send us
legs, his hat,
Yes, of course.
possibly.
Of course, that's the purpose here. Was that?
I'm really freehanding this as a test animation just to make sure that he can be animated, and I am making notes. Currently, they are figurative notes that I am keeping in my head, but I should write them down because I need to make some changes to this character before I use him as a blueprint for making the rest of the characters that are needed to make the little pilot clip that I intend to make, that I have written. I have recorded actually one of these demonstrating the writing process, and so if you want some spoilers, you can go check that out now. When I say some spoilers, I mean some more spoilers, because this is really spoiler central if you're thinking about watching this show in a sense of interest. Anyways, one thing I do want to kind of change here immediately is this line. Kind of want it to be a much lighter color, maybe even like a weird like red-ish. That way, the character outlines will stand out a lot better. I think that's a good idea for this show. Yeah, I like that a lot better. A little more color to it. I only want to animate Bonehead, or I make it animatable for Bonehead, that is. I'll drink some mysterious green liquid. Goes down smooth. What could it be? Y'all never know. That's alright. Acceptable, even. Alright, what am I going to animate first? I should animate his head. So when I animate his arms and such, I know what his head is already doing, and I won't have to animate the head to the hand if I do something of that nature. Where's his head? There's his hat. Head outer. That's the one we want. Hooray! I'm going to zoom in so I get a tighter amount of room to work with. Therefore, it'll give me smaller measurements of angle when I adjust the rotation. Yeah. Alright, let's just play through. We scrub through. I'm not going to need this stylus, am I? Let's play through. I'm going to use the mouse. That's my weapon of choice. And I'm going to add adjustments to his head that will complement what his torso is doing, like this. I'm going to want to do a similar fashion, but one on the outside. So over here, we can actually even just Actually, let's Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Let's adjust his head down a little bit first. And let's angle him this way now. Let's create some keyframes. And one of these keyframes stays exactly the way the image was. This other one will tilt back a little bit with the rotation. I know it's not very clear what happened just yet, but there we go. It's subtle, but it makes a difference in the overall animation.
Hello.
Something like that. I like little subtle head movements. You don't normally
My name is Bonehead
jerk your head around too much.
from
Like there. Make sure I'm selecting the right layer. For whatever reason, Animate CC allows you to create keyframes and like classic tweens and stuff like that. At least I think it lets you make a classic tween. Let's find out really quick. Yeah, there you go. You can make a classic tween and create keyframes on a layer that's locked. I think you just can't grab it and then actually animate it. Yeah, see. But you can create keyframes and like actually commit the animation, so it makes it easier to accidentally do something. That's one thing I do like more about After Effects. Alright.
From the Bonehead cartoon.
And let's put his head right back. Just a smidge. Alright, you know what? Actually, let's put it more forward. Like he's leaning into it. There we go. And that will give a chance to really pull
Cartoon
back.
by Polly.
That breath, I think, is the one. So right here. Yep. Like really far out there. There we go. That might be too much space, but let's find out. And I have to be careful because I can't just move a keyframe when I am animating something that has animation inside of it. Okay, so this one does not actually. I can mess around, but I think it's the eyeballs. That if I decided that the eyeballs need to move, there's animation inside of the symbol of those eyeballs. So I really have to be careful because if I create a keyframe and move it over, it still thinks like if I create a keyframe on if I create a keyframe on keyframe 165, right? 165, and then if I move it to 170, it still wants to play whatever it has inside of it at keyframe 165. It did not want to change that. Because as far as it knows, is I had a specific animation that needs to play at that time, and sometimes I'm like it is useful, but sometimes it really plays against you. I don't know why I got off on that one, but
Is that it? Is that it? Are we done? Oh.
Here to here. And let's add a couple of frames. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh.
Oh, right.
Keyframe. We need a class between here and one over here. Put a little gap in between.
Oh, right.
Maybe another little nod down here. Move your head all the way down there. Kind of like so. Give a little character to it.
Right. Send us money. Send.
This is where I want it to be. His head bobbles around quite a bit. But it is a cartoon, so I think that's acceptable.
Send us money. Yes.
Tilt it back like that. Yeah, he's pretty sure of himself. Yep.
Yes,
there you
of
go,
course.
pal. And we can go all the way over here, right before he starts to talk. A little more down like this. Create that classic tween.
Of course, that's the purpose here. Was that's it then, right?
Just a little more animation I could squeeze out of the end, huh? Another classic tween. What to do? I keep on pressing the space bar. I think After Effects and Blender use the space bar for play, so it's just like I just have my hand on it just all the time. But in Animate CC, that's not the one to use. Alright, so the head's animated, eyes, eyebrows. I could animate the hat a little bit. Once I find it. Where's the hat? Oh my gosh. Just for that added little something every once in a while. It stops right here. So let's go one extra frame. So we can animate over here. Let's create the default frame. So his hat can fall into place a little bit. And then let's create a keyframe right here where the animation is going to start. Animate it with a classic tween, and now the hat kind of falls into place. We could even add a frame here and one over here, so it starts a little bit later. And that does add quite a bit of character, doesn't it?
Hello. My name.
So we can be really loose with it. That's one nice thing, huh? Keyframe here, keyframe there. But this is the one that needs to change. I'm going to go forward this time a little bit. And this would be a fun thing to keep continuous, and it immediately draws interest to his face, which I think will help.
My name is Bonehead from.
Bark, 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 bark. That's my dog. I don't know if you can hear him. I can definitely hear him. Is the takeaway from this? Yep. Moving a hat. Riveting stuff here. I know. Trust me. I'm doing it. But it really adds
Bonehead
some
caught.
pizzazz, if you will. And I will. Down to here. Add a keyframe. Not. Oh no no. Insert keyframe. Not just any old frame will do. And classic tween.
Cartoon by Polly.
Now the hat can go back where it belongs. Hat. Is he still moving? Okay, right here. I want the hat to move into place a little late. So then it kind of like looks like it's sliding into place. I like it like.
Is that it?
And one down here. Say, all right, there we go. Sitting in silence, sitting in silence. Yep. Like this one, right here. This one can slide for a lot longer, so I want it to go kind of back here. That way it gives me a lot more room to animate with. Like so. Tip that hat just a smidge there. Mr. Fancy Pants. Create that classic tween. Go further down the line. There's my alarm. Yep. My alarm telling me that it is time for lunch, but I already had an early lunch, so now you know. What did you have for
Yes,
lunch,
of
Eric?
course.
Well, thanks for asking. I had. No, I'm just kidding. Yep. Keyframe. Keyframe. And edit this one like so. And create that classic tween. Go down further. Like so. Animate this one. Perfect. Slip.
So that's the purpose here. Was that the...
Just animate that immediately. Now I think about it. And boom, boom, boom. Control S to save.
That's it then, right?
Okay. Control 2 to show frame. Let's look at it over here. Control S to save again. And let's watch again.
Hello. My name is Bonehead, from the Bonehead cartoon by Polly. Is that it? we done? Oh, right. Send us money. Yes, of course. Of course, that's the purpose,
Yes.
yeah. Was that's it then, right?
Yes. Yes. Stroking my beard as like some evil villain from a cartoon that may be from a popular Monopoly. Wow. Taking stabs. Taking sides of a sandwich. No, sides of a Twix. No. Alright, let's do an arm. We could start with this arm over here. What am I? I'm just like unlocking stuff. I thought about a thing. Now I'm doing stuff. So let's start. His hand is on the table, right? Let's zoom in. His arm is floating away from his arm. Did I just say? Yeah, I did. That's the thing I said. His arm is floating away from his arm. I think you knew what I meant because I was doing what I was doing, but man, out of context, some of this stuff. Yep. Control has to save constantly. You should always save. Save your work while you're doing your work. Now let's do a nice rest pose for this arm. And that'll only work for a moment. And then we'll be making keyframes.
Hello.
Okay, so immediately, like, from here to here, there needs to be an animation. Let's do the shoulder. No, wait, let's do the forearm. Keyframe. And go back to where that starts, right about here. Forearm. And so it needs to stay here. We want to move this one down. Move it back. Moving it back. Why'd you do this weird thing? That's not weird. That's weird, right? Why? One weird frame. Alright, well, I'll break that apart later, probably. Fix that, because that's so strange. Sometimes what it does with the tweens are so strange. You gotta break it apart later and fix it, you know? But that's part of it, is you gotta decide when you're done with it and decide to break it apart, because once you break it apart, that's kind of a permanent deal, and it's individual keyframes from that point on, and you can't go back and retween it. You know what I mean? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I'll never know. Unless you use that comment section, I guess.
Hello.
I suppose.
My name is Bonehead.
I think this would be a decent time right over here to put his arm down, huh?
My name is...
Yeah, maybe before that even.
Oh.
Insert a keyframe on all of the arm bits. That way I don't accidentally pull the arm somewhere that it just does chaos because it's animating between two super far keyframes. I don't know. Stuff happens. I just don't want to deal with it, so I'm going to go from here down to... So I want to put the arm... So first off, he needs to lift his arm off of the table. So let's do that here. Okay. I'm gonna grab this arm piece, this shoulder, I guess. Right. Straighten that out like that. Do one of these. Maybe lift that up like that. And then I can bring it down to the side. You know what I'm saying? No. No, you don't. I don't know what I'm saying. And boom. There's one arm bit. I keep on wanting to call these like individual oops, arms. Like each segment of his arm is a separate arm. I don't know, man. So his hand here can become a different hand. Yeah. Like so. Then just animate it in place. I don't want to rotate. I want to grab it. Grab it. Oh my gosh. There you go. Nope. Oh, I guess I do want to rotate. I'm just being a ding dong. Like so. His hand can actually rotate. It's giant hands. Sure. He's not quite holding his arm, or his leg, I mean. Maybe this one? That's so pointy and weird. Where's one of... Okay. No, wait. I don't want it pointy. That should be sufficient. Maybe he just needs to keep his arms closed. His fingers closed? Arm fingers? Sorry, I had to check my email because you never know. If it's a client, everything needs to stop. That's how I do. Okay, so all of these need to be a classic tween. That's how you do that. Control S to save. Now his arm.
My name is Bow.
Goes down super quick. So let's add 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
My name is Bonehead.
Let's add 1, 2 more. Because I think the first
name is
bit,
Bonehead.
yeah, he definitely lifts his hand.
My name is
off.
Bonehead.
Maybe a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. And
My
let's check
name is
it out.
Bonehead. My name is Bonehead.
There we go. Maybe let's try a little exaggeration.
My name is Bonehead. My name is Bonehead.
Let's see if that arm even needs any more
From
animation.
the Bonehead cartoon by Art Polly. Is that it? Are we...
Maybe I'll just bring in the forearm a little bit. Like so. Classic tween.
That it? Are we done? Oh, right.
And then I'll bring it back. Classic trick. With the classic tween. Ha ha ha.
Send us money. Yes, of course. Of course, that's the purpose here.
Alright, that's sufficient for those arms, actually. The back arm doesn't really need to do much. The forearm is going to be, or the foreground arm is the one that's going to be really animated. So let's grab those arms. And we could give him a little bit of restless legs. One thing that's bothering me immediately, I want to move this forward a little bit. It's something I'll have to think about. Maybe I'll correct his legs, because they're a little bit difficult to work with. For realsies. Yo. Alright, so now that I'm done messing around with his legs, let's go find his arms. They should be, yeah, all the way on the top. Okay, so start with a resting arm. Maybe on his leg, like so. That'll do. Big. And what do we need to move to do to follow? I think just the forearm species. Oh. No, none of that, none of that. Insert keyframe. I was getting ahead of myself. And over here, just a smidge like so. That's a little too much. That's like nothing at all. Stupid sexy Flanders. I don't want to overdo it though. Barely. It's like I went the other direction with it. Alright.
Hello. Oh, my name is.
Now it's the,
My name is Bonehead from the Bonehead cartoon.
I think from the Bonehead cartoon thing. Okay, so right here, I want to animate his arm coming up, maybe to his face. I'm not sure how well that actually works. Yeah, it works pretty well. Oh, let's just Control Z. I don't know why I was trying to put it back. Like that's gonna work.
My name is Bonehead from.
Let's animate. Let's just do the shoulder keyframe currently. Like that. Oops. Before I do that, let's create one here and here, and then also create another one over here. Create keyframes. So this we'll just animate immediately. Now let's change this hand into another hand, like the open one. I like his spooky fingers. Spooky fingers! Hey girl, I got them spooky fingers. That's a little aggressive immediately, huh? Let's open the hand up. Was there an in between? Oh. So. Two. Okay. So that one. This one's second. This one's first. They're different, right? Let's see. Yes. And then the third one we'll do right here.
From the
Classic tween. Okay.
Bonehead.
And this one will go out along with the forearm. And the shoulder, I suppose. And all three of those are classic tween. Control has to save.
Bonehead cartoon. By
I don't need to create a keyframe because I'm going to use these handy closers. One like that. One like, we're on 11 now, so let's go 13. Bonk. Alright. So while that's happening, right? So we're gonna close the fist already.
Bonehead cartoon by Bonehead cartoon. Bonehead cartoon by cartoon.
And a little bit of this. A little of that. Yeah. This right here. Goodness golly. Yo ho ho.
Cartoon by Polly. Polly.
Let's go back here. Sure. And let's so he's taking a breath. Let's move his arm like that, one like this. He is a fancy boy. Okay, so now that's ready to animate.
Is that it?
And over here, what he's asking, is that it? Bring his arm and stuff completely out of screen, basically, or out of about like that. Yep. Wait. And classic tween.
That
Play.
it? Are we done? Oh!
And then let's bring his hand all the way back up when he's saying oh.
We done? Oh!
Really quick like though, huh? And so first, let's do the shoulder. And bring this up. And this like this. And let's actually transform it like so.
Oh, right. Oh, right.
More keyframes down here. Because he's just going to put his arm right back down. Just like you would if you were conversating. And, oh, did I animate the wrong thing? Yes, I did. Right? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these. Clear keyframe. And then I'm gonna create keyframes over here. And then let's grab these three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how you fix that. Okay, and when he brings his hand back down, I kind of want his fist to already be closed. So I'm going to grab the small one first over here, which is this one, and then his fist closed here. And then it goes there to there. I think only these two need to be. Most of these hands did not need to be tweens, did they? Well, you live and you learn. You know, 1 and 2. You know, if you get 1, you should also get 2. That's what I think is as a consumer. Anyways. As a businessman, you buy 1, you get 1. Pal. Alright. And he closes the fist and enter.
Send us my... send us my...
Yes, he's going to do. Wait. Oh, the hat. Is that the hat? Sure. Okay.
send...
Let's go like right here. We're gonna animate his fancy handwork over here. So I want his arm up here. Do one of these. And small, medium, and then large, of course. Go back up there, number 2.
Send us money.
So a little in like that, and then out. Like so. So this one is in, right? Or no, it's immediately in, right? Yeah, so both of these need to be classic tweens. Control S to save. So that was one. These are both classic tweens. Oh, that's a classic tween as well. Okay, now I want the forearm to complement those animations. Right at his mouth, but not quite covering his mouth. Oops. Will not create a keyframe yet. And last one, keyframe. Pull down a little bit and select all those to be keyframes. Or, I mean, tweens. And then the shoulder will start moving on the last one. Like so. Giving it a little bit more an animated feel. Let's look and find out.
Send us money. Yes.
And let's just do all three of these. All three of these. And let's select them one at a time and animate. Get this over here, that over there. And we can close his fist here actually. So let's move it down actually. One. Oh, that did not work. See, sometimes these are confusing. Alright, so why don't I want to move? That's strange. I'm gonna clear keyframe and go here instead and create keyframe and bend it about like so. And now I will close his fist. The top one's like that, and then I have to click here because it doesn't like me using the hotkeys when it's like this.
Of course.
Keyframes, and let's bring them down over here and insert another set of keyframes. Grab the shoulder first, so it's easier to tell where this is going to be. I don't want to elongate it. Instead, I want to pull it like right at the edge of his face. Classic tween. And let's test it.
Yes, of course. Boss, that's the purpose here.
I like a little bit of offset because I feel like that's how your body actually moves, but not every time because that's how your body actually moves. I know that green screen thing keeps bugging me. I don't know if you've been watching this much, it's been bugging you too. I'm sorry about that. I'll fix it on the next one. It's just I didn't want that bright light right in my face. Yep.
Boss,
Okay,
that's
so
the purpose here.
that was a very abrupt. You know what? 1, 2, 3. I think it needs to do the other way around. 1, 2, 3. I just hit F5 to insert some more keyframes, so his hand starts changing
Boss, that's the purpose here.
before everything else.
Was that's it then, right?
Yep, they don't need any more hand animation. Okay. Now his legs can animate. See, at this point, I'm so close to finishing, I might as well just wrap it up. Let's drink some more of this mystery liquid. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Stuff everywhere. Yeah. Nope. So let's go down to the legs. Where are the legs at? Where the legs at? Nope again. That's so many nopes. How many nopes are in this ropes? You bet your buns, Mr. Biscuits. Shoot. Let's get to it. Alright, so first he can settle in, which is a great way to immediately animate everything. So let's go from the original spots. Maybe this one actually will animate this way. I don't want to double up the keyframes right next to each other, just in case I want to add a keyframe right there. Having one there that's already set will, can complicate things. I doubt that it would change much for me, but okay, so the leg animation, because he's sitting for the entire thing, is really secondary. I feel like most of the time I'm going to zoom in to his chest level, about like that. Yeah, about like that. So, in order for you to see his legs, there really needs to be at least this far out. And I feel like, yeah, right here is probably where most of it's going to take place. So, just to see that little bit of leg animation in the beginning, I think it'll make sense to start off over here. And then we could zoom in right here. Okay, so I want quick zooms so then there's no stuttering on the video. Zoom in like so. That's too far. 35, 135. Let's try that. That's still too far. Let's try 120. Because I kind of want to be able to see that hat. This is really, let's do 125. That actually will be sufficient. Because I want to be able to see a little bit of what's going on down here, but not really. And I can add some more details in the background. So then I think I want to put like another bench back there. Maybe a body walk by when it's zoomed in over here like this. There could be a really simple looking person of some sort or something. That's definitely one of the added details that I would come back and do it next time, which that's alright. I think that'll work. Alright, let's see what we got here now. So we did a hard zoom. We could do a hard zoom in the beginning as well. Just get some craziness. Let's save it first and let's try zooming out from here. Classic. And it stuttered a little bit there. I'm gonna go like right here. And let's change the frame number. It's important. Because right now it's playing frame 10. I needed to play frame 6 because we're on frame 6. Alright.
Hello, my name is Bonehead from the Bonehead cartoon by Polly. Is that it?
Let's go here. 1, 2, like, let's just do like 5 frames. So that's super quick. And then zoom out here. Like 106, that should be good enough. Maybe like so.
Is that it? Are we done? Oh, right. Oh, right.
And then that little lull, we can zoom in. So he's not really doing anything with his other hand.
Send us money. Yes, of course. Of course, that's the purpose here. Was that the...
There we go.
Was that's it then, right?
Push a little over to the side. Control S to save. Alright, let's save it one more time, and let's go down here to, yeah, this is the final scene, so we want to end it right here. And go all the way down to the bottom. And why is there so much added to this? That's so strange. Oh my god. Okay, there it is. It's like, what? And, oh no. No! If you know a better way of doing what I'm doing right now and trying to get rid of this many frames in Animate CC, please let me know. As far as I know, that's the only way to go around that. And I've actually dealt with that and worked with it for years. This is the way that I've done things, and that's the way it's been, so a solution would be fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed is what I'm getting at. I would like it, is also a way of saying that. Banana is not an apple. They're different.
Hello, my name is Bonehead, from the Bonehead cartoon by Art Polly. Is that it? Are we done? Oh, right. Send us money. Yes, of course. Of course, that's the purpose here. Was that's it then, right?
Okay, so I don't want to... Okay, that's one of the things I want to write down in my little notes. Let's see if I got my notebook. That'd be more efficient, I believe, is... That's what I'm trying to go for here. Those are Photoshop lists. Adding to a list that you visibly cannot see. Now that's good radio. Sadly, that's not what I'm doing here. Bonehead. He needs a V-neck collar. What else is he missing? When I try to... okay, so then I'll erase neckline. Yep, that's needed. Make sure that the mouth, I need to make sure his mouth is lip sync ready in properties. I don't remember if I fixed that already, but if I did not, that's something that will definitely come up. I think everything else. Let me let's sync the arms a little bit better. Let's sync arms and legs for that matter. Legs for better animation. It should be cleaner, but you know what? This is a list of notes for myself, and the only people that are gonna see it is you right here. You want to see what this is terrible? I mean, you're watching this far. You gotta be at least somewhat interested in what I'm going down. That's how I write. It's like a 5-year-old child. I swear, I'm gonna use this pencil on my tablet. It's seriously like a 5-year-old, because it's like I don't even know what's funny anymore. What is life? Well, Eric, I'll tell you. No, don't tell me. I'm not interested. It's like a Mormon that spots you. They like know you have a couple minutes. Like, get out of here. You don't have anything for me, y'all son of a bean sprout. It's a big swear word here in Washington.
Hello, my name is Bonehead, from the Bonehead cartoon by Art Polly. Is that it? Are we done? Oh, right. Send us money. Yes, of course. Of course, that's the purpose here. Was that's it then?
Alright, so I do want to add some background, a little bit of background animation, and definitely some more background assets, like a bar and really simple stuff, or even restaurant stuff. It doesn't really matter as long as there's something more than a blank canvas to look at. I'll make sure to draw it all with more of like a gray boundary or a line art, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, so Bonehead is basically ready to go. I have probably one more session of animation to polish this up and make it look nice and neat, and then yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Until next time, it's been Eric Pauly at erpally.com. Ding.